In just 10 short months from starting Be Adventure Partners, we were able to quit our jobs and start traveling the world full time. What we're going to show you today is your relationship blueprint for building success in any online business together. That's coming up now. Hey, I'm Brian Garcia.
And I'm Mary Nicole Bick. Welcome to Be Adventure Partners, where we help couples escape the box society unjustly tries to keep us in. Turn your idea into an awesome business online that you're really going to love so you can start living a life that you're actually excited about. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and click subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when we come out with fresh piping hot content just for you. When it comes to building an online business together, there can be some trying times where you may feel like you want to quit or throw in the towel or just go cry and curl up into a ball in your closet or someone else's closet if you live at Airbnbs like we do. First thing for your relationship blueprint to building a successful online business together is speak your truth. Know exactly what it is that you want so you can communicate that with the one that you love. So if you're really good at something and that's how you want to contribute to the business, or if you have an awesome idea, write that down and then you can communicate that properly to your partner. So you both know where you're at, where you stand, how you each contribute as individuals. But if you don't speak your truth and you just do tasks that you don't like doing because the other person's good at this and you're working on something else, you're not going to feel fulfilled in yourself and how you put energy into the business. There was a point in our business where I didn't know how to edit photos, or I didn't know how to do these weird techie things on the computer. And I would get really frustrated because I didn't know how to do them. And I always would be like, Brian, can you help me with this? And I felt like such a weenie not knowing how to do that stuff. So to get out of that predicament of not feeling worthy or not feeling good, I had to communicate that to Brian and share with him, hey, I'm not so good at this. Maybe you could teach me, or maybe I could start watching some videos on YouTube or take a course or something to learn how to become better so that I can help you with things that I'm not good at. So knowing the things that you're not good at is just as important as the things that you are good at. So if you want to become better, go ahead and learn something, right?
Yeah, and I think that one of the big differentiating factors between just speaking your truth and being able to have a communication pathway where we're not really stepping on each other's toes is from the beginning, having an open conversation and saying, hey, when we have our conversations, when we come together, I know that I could confide in you and you can confide in me. We're not going to belittle each other. We're not going to, step on each other's toes for what we do or what we don't know, and just be completely transparent with the communication that we're having. And I'm going to tell you that this has strengthened our relationship so much. It's made our love life even more spicy because now we're able to not be upset at the end of the day when we're talking about just things that go on with online business and with how to do stuff. We don't hold grudges on each other because we know that, hey, one, I don't know everything. Two, Aaron doesn't know everything. Three, together, we may not know everything, but if we could come together and talk about things in an open sort of fashion, that we're not stepping on each other's toes. And guess what? That's going to make your love life after the end of the day so much better. So that is a hot perk.
Get this. If you become really good at communicating in your business, then guess what? You can get really good at communicating about your love life and what you want, what you like, what your preferences are.
Yeah. So for me, that's all about collaborating and setting goals and taking action with what it is that you like and what you don't like, and what it is that you want to contribute to your business. And more importantly, what is the value that you're bringing to your audience so that they feel that they're included, so that they're getting what they need. It's all about nurturing that relationship on multiple levels.
So, when it comes to collaborating, you are talking about all the things that you want to do, how you want to contribute, how you want to build this beautiful business baby that you have. So,
Together.
together. So, once you get that down on paper, all the things that you want to do to make this thing happen, you got to start setting goals. What is it that you could do each day to get to your big goal? Once you hash that out, you can really start taking action. Like Brian said, you can start serving that audience. You can start giving them so much value, but you need to set goals first and you need to get in the mindset that you're doing this together. Some things you're going to divide and conquer, other things you're going to need to put your minds together, be on camera together, do things that make your business run more smooth. So if you know what you're doing and what you need to be focusing on each and every day, things will run so much smoother. You'll never be sitting there banging your head against the wall, floundering around, not knowing what you're supposed to be doing. You will both know, hey, we've got a plan here. We've got a roadmap. We've got this thing that we can follow so that we can both be accountable. Keyword, be accountable for what it is that you put into your business.
Yeah, and that wraps up the whole take action part because you can have this great idea for a really sick business online, but if you don't take action on what it is that you're putting together, there's nothing that's going to make that, materialize into existence for you. I can remember
Mm,
back when we were first starting our business online, before we even met, it was all about me putting my head down and saying, what do I need to do to figure this out? Meanwhile, about 1,555 miles away, this little lady over here was also doing the same thing. And so our evolution of how we came together was she was in a community, I was in a community, in a private Facebook group where she was asking questions, trying to get them answered, and we started collaborating. I said, "Hey, this is how set up your menu structure for your blog post." And we got on a cool call, but it was all about the taking action individually that brought us together. So,
mm,
what are you going to do to take action today? Because it's what you do every single day that moves you forward. Your past is not indicative of what your future will hold. Like a lot of
mm,
people say, "Oh yeah, the past is going to, show you exactly what you're made of or whatever," which is completely false because it is every decision that
mhm.
we make as humans every single moment that's going to change the future. You get to decide whether it is that you want to continue living life how you're living. Maybe you're not really happy with your life right now and you wish that you can go travel more, spend more time with your eventual partner, be able to experience cool cuisines and
Mhm.
maybe cool, experiences and in the mountains or on the rivers or in the oceans or wherever it is that you want to go and experience in different countries and stuff. It is the actions that you take every single day. And it's not easy setting up a business online, starting off all by yourself, but it's what you do and it's the persistence that you have within yourself that's going to get you there.
Yeah, at one point when Brian and I were how many miles apart? Whatever. I was in Toronto, Brian was in Austin. When we were deciding, hey, we're going to build this Be Adventure Partners baby together, we had a huge goal. We wanted to travel the world full time. We knew that was what we wanted. And if we actually wanted to be together in the physical instead of just meeting at airports randomly, like, every few months, then we needed to put our heads down. We needed to focus. So, what we did was divide and conquer. When we could come together and do video calls live, we figured out how to do that. And it wasn't easy. It was actually a huge pain in the ass sometimes. And sometimes we were working with different time zones. We were working with his work schedule, my work schedule. Like things were kind of nuts and bananas. And we were really working hard to make it happen. But that's the beauty of collaboration. When you can bring your beautiful ideas together and you know what it is that you really want, you will work your butt off right now so that you can have the future that you want. And when it's not working, course correct. That's the third thing. If things aren't going as planned, you need to have the goal to sit down and tell each other, hey, this isn't really working for me, or I'm not really jiving with this direction we've gone. It is okay to speak your truth in that way and share with your partner that you don't really resonate with this, or hey, I don't really think this is working. One time we spent all this money. We dumped a ton of money into advertising to get people on this webinar. And 2 days before the webinar, I looked at the webinar page and was like, oh my gosh, the webinar title is crap. And that's why nobody's signing up. Now, I sat on that for like a whole day. And when it came to the end of the day, I couldn't contain myself anymore. And I just burst at the seams. I said, our webinar title is crap. And Brian
It was out
like,
of the blue.
what? And I was just like, this thing isn't going to work. We need to cut it off and reassess. So we did. We actually reassessed a whole bunch of things that night, and we did a complete course correction. So something to really think about is what we are doing resonating with us. Ask yourself that and get really serious about it. Answer that as an individual, and then come together and really discuss, different directions you each think as individuals you could take your business, because one of you might think one thing and the other, of course, you're going to think different things, but it's the collaboration, the bonding of two minds and bringing two ideas together that really make a beautiful business and something that you both feel excited about, something that you're both so jazzed about that you really want to put the time and the energy into it.
So go ahead and let us know down in the comments, what have you been trying to put together that maybe isn't working? Is there some piece of the puzzle that you're just like, you know what? I've tried to put this together. It's not working. I need help. I feel like I'm struggling. What is that? Leave that in the comments, and we'll definitely get to the questions. We answer all the questions in the comments because we want to make sure that you're never feeling stuck, that you've got the community and support that you need to launch to the next level. And while you're down there, feel free to mix and mingle. If you haven't yet, click the little eye up here in the corner. It's going to show you a list of videos that are going to help you build your business stronger together.
And if you haven't yet, go ahead and click subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when we come out with new content just for you. And if you are ready to get started in building your online business, or you already have a business but you just want to revive it and make it super awesome and something that you'll love, go ahead and join the Be Adventure Partners exclusive tribe for entrepreneurs. We've got a link for you down in the description.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
And until next time, friends,
Adventure on.
Adventure on.